Martinelli to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have contacted Arsenal inquiring about Martinelli. If I was Arsenal, I would seriously consider this move. I would seriously consider it. Me personally, I wouldn't take any less than 50 million. You offer 50 million for Martinelli today in this day and age, because don't forget we only bought him for, I think it was 500,000. I can't exactly remember, but if you get a 50 million offer for Martinelli today, I would seriously consider selling Martinelli. There was a point when Martinelli and Saka were the same level, and furthermore, let me go a little bit stage further. There was a point where I actually believed, me personally, that Martinelli was going to become better than Saka. That's really what I believed at one point. When Saka and Martinelli were both doing what they were doing when they were young a few years ago, I believed Martinelli looked like the one that was like the killer, the one that was going to be. Saka was obviously the better player technically, but I just thought Martinelli was going to be the guy that scores the 20 odd, 30 odd goals a season. I really believed that. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say he's gone backwards, but I would say our team's outgrown him. And he's only 24 years old. We can't, how have we outgrown a 24-year-old? How does that make sense? And if we had another a left winger that was just as productive as Saka, so in theory, maybe not as good, but in theory, trying to replicate the Salah and Mane, Firmino front line, we wouldn't be screaming that we need a striker so much, because we'd have two wingers that are doing their job. We'd have Martinelli on one side, Saka on one side, both scoring 15, 20 odd goals a season. We wouldn't be in dire need of a striker, but because we're so reliant on Saka, we need not just a striker, we need a left winger as well. And Martinelli, if we do, because I know we're actively looking for left wingers, because Arteta has been looking for Modric. He bought in Trossard. He bought in Sterling, because if Sterling had paid off and he managed to rediscover his form, he would be playing left wing. So he brought in all of these guys that he's trying to figure out this left wing spot, and it's always end up being Martinelli. And with Martinelli, when he plays, I am never worried about. I never think Martinelli is going to get the better of the right back. The only person that he gives problems to is Trent. But apart from that, I always think the right back is gonna be better than Martinelli. I always feel like that. With Saka, I always feel like it's going to be nip and tuck, or if he's got a good game today, he's got Robinson at Fulham, it's going to be tricky for him. Or if he's got Nuno Mendes at PSG, it's going to be tricky, but it's going to be a good battle. With Martinelli, I just know Hakimi's just going to get the better of him. I know that already. I know Hakimi's going to destroy him. Hakimi was all over. Martinelli had no idea what was going on. I just know that. You can't have a left winger that you just know is not going to get the better of their right back. Not the stage that Arsenal at. We're challenging for titles now and semi-finals of Champions Leagues. We need a serious left winger now. We've gone past that stage. And Martinelli's too young for us to be doubting him like this. He's too young. We should be thinking, oh yeah, we can't wait to see the best of Martinelli. Everyone in the Arsenal fan base wants Martinelli replaced or on the bench. You can't. How can you want a 24-year-old on the bench? That doesn't work. He's too young to be a bench player. That we've re-signed Trossard. Trossard's re-signed, so Trossard's obviously going to be in the squad and in and out of games and the first team. So unfortunately, Martinelli and Trossard are both going to be bench players. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing if Martinelli and Trossard both stay, then I guess me personally, I just think Arteta just wouldn't buy a left winger if Martinelli and Trossard both stays. I just ain't got the faith that you're just going to go, you know what, I need another left winger. I don't care. I don't think they've got that faith. I think he's going to be like, you know what, let me get the best out of Martinelli. But I'm not interested in that. I've gone past trying to get the best out of Martinelli. For 2 years now, he's been absolutely atrocious to me. And it's not just about goals. I mean, like his overall play. He doesn't know what to do on the football pitch. And I don't care if people say the system. I'm not interested in any little nuances or anything like that. The fact of the matter is Martinelli has not been good enough, full stop. That is it. And if I was Arsenal, I would seriously consider. I don't know what the bid would be. I mean, if you say 50 million, I would sell him. That's a 49 million pound profit that you've made on this player. I know he's a 24-year-old, but if you want to go and get a serious left winger, then Martinelli might have to be surplus. It might have to be. and I would consider selling Martinelli real bad. I would say, listen, how much are you looking for? How much do you want? How much are you willing to pay? They say 40 million. Would I sell him for 40 million? I mean, if he wants to be a bench player, I will say yes, keep him. If he doesn't want to be a bench player, which I don't think he does, because Martinelli is the type of guy that he works hard, he wants to be in the team. I'm assuming 40 million. Would I sell him for 40 million? I mean, 50 would be my lowest. I'll be honest. I'd want it for 50 million, but I would be considering it. I'm not joking. Martinelli, I would consider selling a few of them right now. It's only the defenders that I wouldn't really consider selling. Everyone else, like for some reason, we've got Martinelli there, and we're and ahhing. We've re-signed Trossard, but we're letting Partey go. It's like, what we doing? That's backwards to me. If anyone definitely needs to stay, it's Partey. He 100% needs to stay. So I would consider selling Martinelli for 50 odd million, and then to me, we go and get a serious left winger. And when I say a serious left winger, I'm talking like everyone says Mohamed Kudus can't play on the left. Well, when he was man the match against Arsenal, and that's Timber's hardest battle to date that I remember, he was playing on the left. That's what he was playing. And I like left wingers. I like left footers on the left. I like that. Like that's gone out of the game. Like it's always right footers on the left and left footers on the right. It's all gone. Like I like players that can just run down the wing on their strong foot and give the defender something to think about every single time. And that's what Mohamed Kudus is. I would seriously go and get Kudus. Looking at Semenyo, but Semenyo's been a little bit offish. Like he kind of has hot and cold patches. But Kudus, every time I watch him play, he might not be tearing it up all the time, but he's consistently good at shielding the ball and dribbling and causes a problem. So if you've got a player like that causes a problem on the left wing, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know the defender. Doesn't matter what defender it is, you're going to have a hard time against Mohamed Kudus. You know that for a fact. Martinelli, I don't think you think you're going to have a hard time. I think most defenders know they're going to get the better out of him. Remember what Jed Spence was laughing and all that? Remember he was doing the interview, he's laughing at when you bring up Martinelli, he's laughing and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, to me, I would consider selling Martinelli if it's around the 50 million mark. And to me, that would be a great deal if we go and get someone, a proper left winger. You can't go wrong with that. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, what more do you want? 50 million for a left winger that's underperforming. His value is rock bottom right now. Martinelli's value has never been lower. So 50 million, off you go, and thank you for your times. And we're going to get a proper left winger.